Okay, so we've played about 50 hands here. Let's see. Well, all right, we'll do this again. How many? I got one caller, so let's go ahead and. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. All right. I'm not that on Jack. I'm not at all. I'm proud to take that pot right there in that situation because I don't like playing Jack, frankly, unless I get a third Jack. Then, even then, I have heartburn sometimes. He wouldn't play with me when I had a hand. I hate that though. Gosh darn it. Top two against a hidden set. Just terrible. Now, one of the downsides of this card runner's style, I think, is that you play really loose and goosey, and you're raising their call. You're never sure what they're calling with because you're painting yourself as a wild man. They're trying to, and then you get a pretty darn decent hand. And you're kind of committed to play that hand out because they're calling you with anything. I put Foster on an ace high there, or maybe even second pair or something. Not just so you can't get away from them easily because you don't know what they got because they think you're nuts. In my case, they're not that far away from the truth of the matter. That's not even worth $2. So these guys, anyhow, is what I was wanting to say before I got so rudely interrupted with having to play a hand. Is the numbers here? We have 50 hands on him. He's a wild man. He's half the pots he's in. He raises a fair number of them. So he's a lag, I would say. This guy here. 35 and nothing. Check. Let's just make sure those are real numbers. 35 and nothing. They are the real numbers. Interesting. Okay, we're not going to have any part of this. We're going to go ahead and raise it up. You want to play, you got to throw a little more money in the pot. Yeah, he wants to play, so we better. I'm going to go ahead and semi-bluff the 22. It looks like a pretty good continuation bet. And he decides to give it up. So 35 nothing, which means he's in a lot but doesn't raise much. And apparently he calls a lot too. I don't have the call percent. There's a lot of percentages you can get out of these software programs, and I probably don't make full use of them. Oh boy, they're still chatting, yakking it. Foster and Cheetos are still giving each other the business here. Foster's wanting to know where Cheetos got to be such a good player. My guess is he got it from card runners the way he's playing. Foster just pulling his chain. Well, I sure don't want any part of this battle. These guys are going at each other pretty good. Oh, what was that? Okay, let's see who's full of it now. 9-9 over Jack. Okay. All right. Foster is no, sir. No. Yep. I'll let him have that. I'm done. 10 queen even suited under the gun, just not in good position at all. 9-10 Jack queen with a holy mackerel. Let's just get out of here. I will stay with us. Let's not build a pot too. 9-10 Jack. 9-10 Jack. Okay, I'll just go ahead and call this. See what Dolly done. If he was just limping there, if he blasts the pot, I'm just okay. He just says, I'm giving it up. I'm going to check and let Foster bet whatever he wants to. 9-10, Jack, Queen, King. That looks to me like the nut straight, and I'm going to go ahead and, if Foster wants to see my hand, he has to pay up. Oh, well, okay. Surprised he didn't push. That's a bummer, but obviously he wouldn't have been there without it. So, great minds think alike. I think I'll just type that in there. MINDS THINALIKE. Great minds think alike, especially if they have exactly the same hand. I really don't want to paint a picture of being a total wild man. Speaking of such, let's check my session notes here and see what my numbers would look like if somebody had the same display up that I do. So I have a 30 and I got 30. Oh my, alrighty. Okay, we want to go ahead and play 15. That's my usual. I got a good hand. I'm going to play it. Raise. Give somebody a chance to re-raise with Queen, Queen. Okay, Mr. Foster, you are in deep, deep, deep trouble. You are in even more serious trouble now. I'm going to give him a chance to... okay, I'm going to bluff at the pot and see if he'd call me. Maybe he'd... Oh, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. He didn't have any money anyhow. I was just hoping he made a flush or wanted to try to... Okay, well, that didn't work out so well. I mean, it was a great hand. I just didn't get any action out of it. We can fold this. Where did Foster lose all his money? I guess he lost it when I was over here trying to find out what my... Okay, anyhow, as I was getting back to what I was saying there, my volunteering the pot for this session, which is what they would see if they had the same heads-up display, is 30. I'm trying to see where my pre-flop. I guess they don't show that on just a session basis. Then they don't have it. They don't have the pre-flop raise percentage just on a session basis. On how many hands? No, unfortunately, no. Okay, so my general info. Let's get out of there. I apologize. I'm goofing around here. Let's look at. Oh yes, okay. Here we go. Now my numbers looking. If they just look at my numbers, they would see a numbers of 30 and 18, which is 30 and 18 is laggy taggy. Maybe a little more laggy than taggy, but it's a pretty good. You know, I'm in a lot of pots and I raise a fair number of them. One of the pretty good numbers to have if you can play real well. Okay, I want to get out of that and go back to just my regular rat killing here. Pay attention to the game. I don't know where Foster lost his money at. Let's just take a look at, see what he must have come to a bad end somewhere. Well, his largest loss is... Oh. Force imports, obviously. I'm missing something here. He had to... Okay, there, he lost a big hand to Cheetos, and I was paying not attention. Turn, river. Oh, I bet he tried to bluff it. It looks like he missed a flush and tried to bluff at it, and it didn't work. Don't have time to replay the hand right now. I mean, you guys were watching. If you weren't listening to me and you were watching what's going on, you know what went on. But anyhow, turn came. Ace Jack bets out. He calls Ace Ace. Yeah, he tried to bluff at the pot and got called, so that's why he's only got $24. I ought to type in there and ask him why he's only got $27 left. Yeah, just don't rattle the cage here. Okay. Go for it. Push in, Foster. Push in. You're not going to play that for $2, I'll guarantee you. I will raise him 20, because that means he's playing for his stack. He didn't want to. $2, flop a straight maybe. Flop the jack. How's that? Oh boy. Let's see. Nobody raised. Okay. I'm gonna give it $10 bets here. Just see if I can steal this hand. Miserable jack. 9, I need a 10. 8, 9, 10. I still need a 10. Go ahead and check it. I'm inclined to call Foster if he bets. It's mighty silly of him to bet that small amount. Oh, okay. Well, he just barely had me beat. I only got a couple more of my dollars. Let's do this again. I'm going to go for 16 this time. I guess nobody had anything. So Bubbly One has joined us. Only 9 hands. He's looks like he's tighter than Dick's hat band, at least right now. 9 hands isn't enough to know a whole lot about somebody. Ooh, there we go. Those darned double aces. I'm not going to limp this. I'm going to give it 12 and give somebody a chance to re-raise me. Come on, Foster, push. Good pair of aces. It's certainly better than the pair I got earlier where I went all in my whole darn stack. Okay, he's on a steal. I've got, we'll call this. And see if it develops into something. It certainly did, but not for me. See if Foster goes broke on this hand. Yep. Okay, well, I don't know if he's going to go broke, but I figured he'd either fold or play a stack. Okay, he's got more business than he's going to want, I suspect. I'm surprised. Donnelly, okay, well, he figured that. Oh, yeah, well, it's a good hand to get him all in on. 3-3. Well, that wasn't all bad. Just real unfortunate he went up against ace-ace. Fold. Yes, I want to fold. So now the Foster, who had 38 and no, which is good numbers you want to play against somebody like that. These numbers are not bad, but you get a lot more action, and you probably don't. You just he's a little more wild, and you just have to be a little more careful. Donnelly, he's a typical. Ragtag. What do we get? 4. I probably have the best hand. Let's just go ahead and see if we can take the blinds. And Cheetos and probably. Bubbly's not going to call this. At least he got something. Okay, so just onward and downward. Oh, Foster decided he's going to. I don't know. Oh, he's going to get on the. What the heck did he just do? He came back in and sat down with the wild man on his left. I wonder why he thinks this is a good idea. Well, I guess he couldn't. He couldn't get back into his same. Well, this party poker is so messed up. Dadgummit. Unless he thought he was getting away from me. I'd find that a little... I think he jumped from the frying pan into, the George Foreman grill. Well, here he goes. He wants to play for his stack right off the bat. So let's see what he came up with. King 10 and King Queen. Well, he got lucky. Got lucky. Donnelly decides he's had enough of all this, which is good. I don't like a guy to get up and leave if he's just playing, tight, hard, nose, typical tag type stuff, tight. Donnelly, he wasn't aggressive particularly, but he wasn't passive enough to be tight passive. He was just kind of tight, rocky, nothing. Not somebody you want unless you. But one thing about those fellas is they, if you get a hidden hand against them, you can do well because all the tighties tend to have a real hard time giving up their hands. Okay, so we didn't take long to populate the table. Again, I had two people sat down whom I have never seen before. But I like playing with Foster and Cheetos. They do make it interesting, especially Cheetos makes it interesting. Like I said, I'll be a little bit more circumspect when I get mixed up with Cheetos. And Foster too, for that. I mean, they don't play fool hands, but they do play a lot of them. And when you play a lot of hands, when you're playing half your hands, that's just too many hands to have a lot of good hands. Now the bad thing is, if you go far enough with half your hands, a lot of times they'll turn into something. So my job is to make you go broke before you get to the point where you can turn that nothing into something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, okay, sorry, I was wool gathering over here. Okay, we're in a pot with an unknown here. 9-8 Jack, 1 heart. Don't care much for that. Just playing. Go for it. I don't have a hand. Show it down. You can have it. Glad I didn't make a hard flush. Ace King. Definitely will play this. Okay, we will steal the blinds. Okay. You're going to have to steal the blinds. Yep. Guess they didn't want to play. Ace King suited with position. It doesn't get too much better than that. I don't want to play that. Here, I want to look at something. 9 under the gun. Oh, you know what? Sometimes I'll do this. Holy cow. I'm going to bet that ace big. Okay, I'm going to do a pot-sized bet on the theory that I'm trying to protect my ace. Don't care for that call too much. Ooh, this is ugly. Check that down. I'm not liking this a darn bit, because I have a feeling Foster is on a flush draw 2, and my flush isn't anything to get all carried away with. You know what? I don't even want them guys to see what I had. So he had the straight. He had queen ace. So the flush would have been good had I hit it. I just didn't like the fact that everybody was calling. killer. He looks like he likes to play. King 2 suited. I'm gonna see what Foster does here with just a limp. Right, and that's what I'm going to type in my thing here. Caps lock on, RIGHT, exclamation mark 3 or 4 times, and then we'll go ahead and fold it. Just typed in a capitalized right and folded right out of there. Wouldn't call him with anything except ace there. Yeah, I think Cheetos had it. Okay, Jack Queen suited. Yeah, I'll raise that. So just make sure we don't have trash hands in here. Okay, me and Foster. I'm going to check that down because I didn't. That Jack Queen, nothing. Go ahead and check it. Put myself on a pair. I'm going to check and call anything he bets. Short of a push. He didn't go all that way with Ace Jack. He might have King Jack. Yeah, I gotta look him up. Oh God. Okay. Man, I tell you, that's the second time he's had a hidden set on me. Don't you dare fold this. Ooh. Oh, you trying to steal my blinds, are you? Well, let's just, we're not going to have any part of that, are we? No, here we go. Okay, you want to play? Let's play. Okay, I'm going to bet 58. And watch out, because he's got plenty of money. God, I hate that one. I got ace, and that's why I hate playing aces or kings or jacks or anything else after the flop. People can just, they can have anything and you got no idea. And some of them play so miserably that you have absolutely no idea. Inside straight with that, I'll bet that for 11, just to look like I'm trying to protect my jack here. Good old Foster. Okay, I had top pair. Call that. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Didn't have much of nothing. I'm going to go ahead and try to steal this for $19. That ought to be enough if he just doesn't have anything. Yeah, there you go. Cough anyway. Cheeto just now woke up and realized that Foster's been back here for probably 30 hands. So it leads me to believe Cheetos may be playing several tables if he didn't notice that. Ace 9, that's raisable if I get to open it. And I do, so let's go for our standard little, I ain't got hardly nothing, but I'll play it. More callers than I really wanted. Now, you know what? This hand just doesn't look like a $53 in the pot. I don't know if I'm going to check this. See, I didn't think I was thinking about whether I wanted to bet or check raise. That is nothing. What the hell is all this? Call 4. Yeah, Cheetos has probably got 10 or something. I don't know. This is not working out. That shouldn't be in there. Okay, Cheeto is taunting B. Foster, saying he had pocket fours, so that made Foster went all in. Let's see if he actually had pocket fours. If he did, Foster's going to be a little lighter in the pocketbook. He doesn't need a call by now if he had it. No point in waiting. Type a little smiley face in there, saying nice. Foster's letting him know what he thinks of him. Cheeto's reduced to correcting his grammar. Okay, I'm going to play exactly the same thing I did before because the same dadgum result. Okay, this is pathetic. So I guess we got 3 heart draws here. Not at all sure I wouldn't have had the best hand at this point. Foster is not aggressive, so if he comes after him, one would think he has to have a pretty good ace or a terrific king. It makes me wonder what Eskel's thinking here. Did he bait him, or is he just trying to get to that 3rd heart? So he doesn't. He's got the odds for it. If you got a heart draw, and if it's just, he's got the queen, jack, even king of hearts or whatever, he's got the odds for it. Okay. Foster may have just hit his flush. I would guess that Eskel here is going to fold, and he did. And now B. Foster's got to show him up here. Okay, here we are. We got 7-7 in the big blind. I'm not going to let Eskel play. We're not going to let these guys play. We're going to raise it up fairly substantially. Okay, he wants to go ahead and call. I sure had more. No, there's absolutely no way that one of these guys didn't have a king. So I've got to give him credit for it. He called. Both of those guys called a substantial raise. So I just have to throw my 7s away here. Again, somebody wants to, apprise me of the error of my ways, I'm all ears. I'm going to go ahead and probably play this orbit out, and then I'm going to go ahead and call an end to this video and edit it up and submit it. There you go, queen, queen. So let's see if we are really delighted we didn't get out 1 hand earlier, or really regretful we didn't get out 1 hand earlier, or we're absolutely indifferent. Trouble hand. Okay. I want to play it for a pot if I play it at all. Okay. I want to play that for $32. See if Foster stays with me. Well, let me check it down now. This is ugly. Don't like it. He probably had a king. Very well could have had a king. Yeah, there he goes. See. Well, I should have got out 1 hand earlier. Okay, this really will be my last hand here, unless something interesting happens. This has been 2 sessions have been somewhat unprofitable. I'm gonna limp this just to do something different. Because if it should turn into something, these two guys, 5, 6, 7. I need an 8 really bad. Didn't need that. I need an 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need an 8 or a 4. Go ahead and call this. Have an 8-way. Either one of those is an 8 or a 4. Okay, now I am going to leave the table. Yes, I'm going to leave the table. Okay, so looks like, what am I doing? I don't need that over here. I need to hit F10.